Wow, you guys, you're powerful. You are. Some comedians are like, don't heckle, I'll destroy you, you know? Don't heckle me, because it could stick with me forever. This happened. I was in New York. I was in New York City. I was kind of roasting a guy in the crowd, and then a lady in another part of the audience pipes up out of nowhere. She goes, "Damn, Princess Diana being mean." Yeah. I didn't even have a rebuttal, you know? I was just like, "You win this time, Camilla." No, I wish I had said that, actually. I wish I had said it. Honestly, what happened is she heckled, and I immediately went into denial. I was like, oh, it's probably a trick of the light. Probably not. You know, I was like kind of angry. I got home, I was like bargaining with that's how you know a heckle is good, is when you start going through the 5 stages of grief. Right. And I was bargaining. I was with a friend of mine not long after that show, and we're at my house looking in the mirror, and I was like, I don't see it. And then he just goes, "Look over your shoulder." I was like, okay. It's her. Now I'm seeing it. I'm seeing the resemblance now. I am. I'm seeing it so much that I'm like scared to go into tunnels. Yeah, no, but I am a man. Not to get political. No, I am. I'm a cisgender, straight man. Friggin' rocks. Sorry. We get perks. I don't know if you know this. Like, straight guys, we don't have dietary restrictions. Right? A lot of women and queer folks, they got like celiac, lactose intolerance, oil sensitivities. Cis straight guys, we just have fucking years, decades of unexplained diarrhea. That's... I love that. Some of you were like, where is she going with this? But... it's true. It's like an unspoken part of straight guy culture. No one talks about this part of toxic masculinity, but like straight guys all across the world going to the bathrooms having an absolute nightmare. We go in there, fight for our lives, and then we come out and for some reason close the door behind us. We're like, nothing's wrong with me. That was just a blip. This is a blip every day for the last 15 years, but it'll sort itself out. That's even now, some of you are laughing, some of you are actively holding in a shit. You know, that's... If you're on a date with a guy right now and he's not at least giggling with me, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really like a guy's guy, though. And I know this because multiple times in my life, right, I've been in a group of dudes and they're all greeting each other, right? They're like, "Bro, what's up, man? How are you, dude?" And then they look at me and they go, "Hey, buddy." Oh, what the heck, you know? Oh, drives me nuts. I just want to get upgraded from buddy to bro. I don't know how to do that. And I think the dream for me is to one day work my way all the way up to my man. Right? Even just the thought of it. Yeah? Out in public, some guy's like, "My man." I'm like, ugh. No, I think that reaction's probably keeping me down at buddy for now, but I don't know. I don't have to worry about it too much. I do go over pretty well with women. Like some guys are good at talking ladies into the bedroom. I'm good at talking them into long-term fulfilling friendships. It's just what I do. But I wasn't always happy with that. I kind of wanted to like rebel against that side of myself, especially early 20s. I was really in denial about it. And so I went out of my way. I was like, I'm gonna be one of the boys. And I assembled a group of lads, right, in university, and then we were the boys. And in a beautiful twist of fate, in the span of the last few years, not one, but two of them came out as trans women. This is a real thing that happened. It was incredible. First time I was like, oh, that's amazing. Happy for you, you know? And the second time it felt like God himself going, buddy. You vibe with the girlies. And I do. I love them. I really do. I love my trans friends. Obviously, like, things in a lot of ways are harder for them, but since they came out, they're just so much freer and happier, and I genuinely feel amazing for them, you know? Yeah. But at the same time, you know, it's like, now, who am I gonna talk to about my diarrhea? 'Cause they're cured. Thanks so much. Bye.